on KOLR 10 News, Ozarks First.
Good morning and thanks for joining us on this Labor Day. We're starting out with a dense fog advisory that goes until 10 o'clock for our central Missouri counties. It includes cities like Lake of the Ozarks, Lebanon, Camdenton, and Rolla. This is where that visibility could drop down to a quarter mile or less. So as you get on the roads, make sure to take it slow, use headlights, leave extra space between you and the car in front of you. Remember, if it's hard for you to see, it's hard for everybody else behind you to see too. Dry roads and clear conditions in Branson this morning. It is 66 degrees there right now. Again, that visibility dropping up to the north. 5 miles visibility in Rolla, 4 in Camdenton, a quarter mile in Clinton, and a half a mile up at Lake of the Ozarks. This area in particular is seeing more of that fog develop because that air is cooler this morning. That cool air and the moisture on the ground, those are the ingredients that lets that moisture condense a little bit more and create that fog. You can see it's warmer in Springfield, closer to 70 degrees there, while it's in the lower 60s up to the north. It's 70 in Monette and 64 in Mountain Grove. Quiet weather across the Ozarks because we have high pressure in control. That summertime high pressure keeping us warm and quiet, and it will for much of the week because we've got a hurricane getting close to Florida, and it will skirt up the East Coast through the work week, and that's what's going to keep the pattern pretty stalled. We're not really going to be able to move high pressures in and out because that hurricane will be in the way. So until that really exits, things will stay pretty quiet in the Ozarks. You can see that on the satellite and radar. Quiet across the midsection of the country. And here's that incredibly strong Category 5 Hurricane Dorian with 165-mile-per-hour winds. The gut-wrenching part about this morning is it's moving at 1 mile per hour. You walk faster than this hurricane. It's been battering the Bahama Islands with the same catastrophic Category 5 winds since yesterday morning. They've been dealing with this for over 24 hours, so just really, again, just gut-wrenching this morning to see that image. The storm still very strong, still with a very large, powerful eye over the Bahama Islands. Hurricane-force winds stretching at 45 miles per hour from the center, and the tropical storm-force winds at 140 miles from the center. And this is why I think you've seen a lot on social media about will it make landfall in Florida or not. If it makes landfall, those wind and surge impacts will be greater. But even if it doesn't, look at how wide the wind field is. They'll still get hurricane force and tropical storm force winds in Florida, even if the eye stays offshore. It also will kick up surge up to 4 to 6 feet on the east coast of Florida. Then as you get into the curvature of the land over Georgia and then into South Carolina, that's where you can get some bigger surge of 8 to 10 feet. So hurricane and tropical storm warnings are in effect for much of the Florida peninsula. We're expecting that northward turn into tomorrow. And that's going to be crucial because if it turns a little bit late, that's when you get that eye closer to shore and maybe some more devastating impacts. If it turns a little bit early, the worst of it stays offshore, but you still get some of those outskirting impacts. And then it goes up the East Coast as we had through the week this week. When it made landfall in the Bahamas, it was the strongest storm to hit the Bahamas and one of the strongest for the Atlantic. 185-mile-per-hour winds yesterday was that peak for Dorian. That ties for second, and then we had that very strong low pressure as well, ties for one of the strongest storms. Today we're looking at sunshine locally, temperatures in the middle and upper 80s, quiet sunshine across the Ozarks today, 88 for a high, 68 degrees for a low tonight, and then temperatures up near 90 tomorrow. So for Labor Day, mostly sunny and summery, 88 degrees today. It should be nice on the pools, the lakes, and the barbecues. 68 overnight and quiet, 90 tomorrow, warm and sticky. Quiet through much of the 7-day with mostly sunny skies, temperatures up near 90.